Welcome to part 6 of the Uncharted Drake's Fortune Let's Play. In the last part we explored a little bit of the fortress, and now we are going to continue to explore the fortress.
Where are you?
To look for Elena Fisher, who is still missing. Apparently. Or apparently she's just collecting footage for her show.
Wait a minute.
I wonder what kind of show...
About that tower.
God damn, that's right, I can't even read that. Ugh. Well, then again, it's probably like some kind of architecture, nothing major. My words exactly. My words exactly when I encountered this bit for the first time. It's like why? Again, I understand it's a third-person shooter, but again, it's like every instance the game wants to pick a fight with you. I cannot stress that enough, folks. I'm not stressing these points. I'm not calling this a bad game because of, well, the fact that this game wants to pick a fight with you, and the fact that the platforming isn't really all that smooth. It's still a fun game to play. It's just that, you know, some things haven't just aged well. That's all. But that said, I could still recommend it. Then again, I'll save that for my final thoughts. That would probably be a good idea. So, anyway, shoot that guy. He's still alive. Having a hard time killing him though. Despite that, there's a lot of blood, like, expelling from his body. Like you shoot a guy, a lot of blood comes out, and he's still standing. That's one. Good old third-person shooter syndrome. Where every enemy in the game, including yourself, is a super soldier. The only way that you'll know when you're dying is when you're in the gray. Or maybe it's like the G-Virus. At least some people call it the G-Virus from, I think it was Resident Evil, I think? Oh, whatever the case, the moral of the story here is that I need to play Resident Evil one day. Maybe one day. Anyway, pull out my shotgun. Guy throws a grenade. Run away. That's my tidbit with sections like... Actually, that's my tip when it comes to grenades. Especially in sections like this. When someone throws a grenade, you run away. Which would probably be the best idea. Oh. I thought I was gonna die there for a second. I was like, hey, it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty close. I was in the bright gray, where everything is way too goddamn bright. Really should have put my brightness down. One thing I should mention actually in terms of the gunplay, you don't always have to hold down the L1 button to aim. You can also blind fire with your guns as well. I already mentioned that with the grenades, but yes, you can also blind fire your gun as well, or you can use it as like a running gun tactic. However, I usually don't recommend that, only because I usually just hold down the L1 button just to be more precise with my aiming. But there's like very rare times where I need to like hold down, where I need to, how should I put it? Running gun. Running gun usually helps in some instances, like when I'm being chased, which won't actually happen until very later on to the game. In fact, the game won't inform you to do it until that point. So but like I said, it's nothing I usually do. Only as like I only use the running gun function when I'm feeling like Leroy Jenkins, and when my only strategy is to just run in head first, where usually the result ends in me getting shot in the head in the process. Anyhow, we press the triangle button here. Oh, we got a small quick time event. Right here, press circle button. If you don't, then you get crushed. Very easy. It's very easy. But actually going back to that, it's all... Yeah, in case you're wondering, when I play like a first-person shooter or something, well, whether it's multiplayer or not, I'm not like a majority of players on Call of Duty. I don't play Call of Duty, but even in like... I'm not like a lot of some players on Call of Duty. I don't camp. I will hunt you down and get shot in the head in the process. And that's me failing with the X button. Yeah, I should have warned you that you probably damn voice cracks. You probably shouldn't mash the X button, otherwise shit like that is gonna happen. Although I'm kind of doing it anyway. Turn the corner with the analog stick, drop down onto this ledge, and then you jump. A lot of these segments are pretty easy though, so you shouldn't have to worry too much. But the only time where I kind of failed at a QuickTime event is when, like, remember those traps that will impale you and stuff like that? Like in Chapter 4. When you trip over the tripwire, you have to press the circle button quickly, otherwise, well, then you get impaled. That's the only time where I ever consistently fail at a QuickTime event in this game.
Excuse me.
Other than that, they're really not too difficult. In fact, now that I think about it, I think this is probably the only game where you have to do a QuickTime event, and maybe in like Golden Abyss with the PlayStation Vita, but it's more like touch controls. Now that I think about it, in terms of like, I'm starting to think that it's like the only game where it uses like QuickTime events. The only game where it uses QuickTime events, or maybe, I don't know. I haven't played the other games in a while. Damn it! You did not hear that. I accidentally kicked the table by accident, and hopefully Audacity edits that. We'll edit that out. This place is gonna be familiar later down the road.
Where the hell is she?
Gotta continue the search for Lena Fisher, and all that. Okay, here's another case where it may look all calm. No enemies are gonna be in the area, but considering how the area is gonna look, it's pretty predictable. Nothing major, just scoping out the area. And no enemies around, so we'll roll over to the other side, see if it'll trigger. When I move forward, oh, now they suddenly trigger. Now the fight suddenly triggers. It's like, oh my god, it's crazy. Either they've been hiding really well, or it's like. Then again, I don't know. It's like, stop trying to pick a fight with me, game. I'm not. Granted, again, I haven't played the other game, like 2, 3, and 4 in a while. Well, even though I kind of have in preparation, and I got shot. I haven't played the other games in a while. At least it feels like I haven't played the other games in a while. But at the same time, I'm just thinking like, maybe there's many times where in the other games where they do try to pick a fight with you. Like every second, just not nearly as much as this game. In fact, I mean, don't get me wrong. In terms of the other game's difficulties, even when you're not playing on crushing, the other games can be difficult as well. Like I remember playing Uncharted 2 near the end of the game, like when I'm in the monastery, part of the game, and I remember like having some trouble crossing like some bridge because, you know, snipers, guys with riot shields, those more grenade launchers. Oh, actually, I also think there's like shotgun enemies. Okay, now this is in terms of my tactic, this is where I really use the when someone throws a grenade, you run away tactic. Like this area is especially great for this sort of tactic because Okay, you hide behind these two pillars. Just like this. It'll help you avoid the shotgun. Actually, avoid the turret. And the guys and the enemies won't be able to like go back to where you are. And when someone throws a grenade, you can easily just run into the little doorway that you just came in. Because the thing is, enemies won't follow you into that doorway. So it's definitely gonna help you. Like here, you just, when someone throws a grenade, run away. I'll keep saying that. Well, at least for this segment and some other segments. This tactic doesn't really work every time. But in sections like this really does help. Like I said, this game gets pretty damn difficult. How many times am I gonna say that? Jesus. Although they really do love throwing grenades. So much so, it's actually... I always have to constantly run away. The guy tries to roll away. Need some more cover. Let's see. Try to... Can't really shoot from here. Wait out the turret. Try to shoot him and then... Grenade. It's like it's like every time I get a chance, it's like, oh, something has to happen, or something like this has to happen. So, now I gotta... There we go. That guy is shot. I only have one bullet with my pistol. One bullet will obviously won't get me far. So whip out the AK-47 and shoot the shit out of the other guy. Sometimes when I use the blind fire aim though, is that when I'm carrying an automatic weapon, or at least when I'm shooting an automatic weapon, and the thing is, like especially when you're holding the L1 button, and whenever you're shooting out the AK-47, your aim gets a little shaky. Of course, that's how it's supposed to be realistically. Although again, just because it makes sense, it doesn't mean good design. But it's nothing too cumbersome here. Whip out the M9, at least pick up the M9, and shoot at the turret, and then the turret is pretty much disabled. Well, at least there's no guy manning it, so it's safe to walk here. Although, looking at Drake's running speed, we all know there's still more enemies to fight. At least kill. The Spanish silver coin looks pretty identical to the Spanish gold coin. Then again, I'm pretty sure things were pretty different back then, so I'm not gonna be too harsh on that. Mash that triangle button to open the gate, and now we are going in. And gotta be cautious of where I need to go. Climb up these stairs. Running out of things to talk about, which sucks. Again, and this game is honest. Like I said, this game is definitely different compared to a lot of the other games I played in the past. So this game, plus it's a lot longer, so this game is gonna be a lot harder to commentate over. So I apologize. Actually, going into a little behind the scenes here, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I am going to mention this again. In terms of the, how this commentary is going to be handled, I was going to do this with, like, my friend Xanos, who was with me in the Shadow the Hedgehog Let's Play, and I figured I kind of owe him one for that. But the thing is, when we tried to do this game, we had some technical difficulties, at least that we couldn't know. So we didn't really know how to fix them, per se, and I kind of wanted this. I mean, I had fun recording this game, but at the same time, I kind of wanted it off my hard drive because it was taking up so much disk space, at least on my laptop. So unfortunately, I kind of had to do this alone. Xanos, if you're watching this, I do apologize for this. Well, then again, you were definitely with me with the when we tried to do this this collaboration commentary. At least a failed attempt at a collab. And I'm out of ammo. Crap. But anyway, one day I'm gonna make it up to you. I'm so sorry. Melee combat always helps, especially when I'm in a tight situation. Or when there's like one enemy left. Then again, I'm not really too sure about the whole tight situation thing, since it's gonna leave me open and for bullets. Let's hit it. Alright, let's hop on the turret. God damn, that's bright. The Elgato really is powerful. It, like, picked up a lot. At least I don't think I remember it being this bright when I was playing the game. Well, when I was recording. At least when I was playing the game and I was looking on the TV screen. Like, I don't remember it being this bright. Hey, but Jesus. I really should have lowered the brightness down on my settings. Just run away, hopefully. Just make sure the gray goes down. Then get back on the turret. Then pump the enemies full of lead. And, yeah, again, I can barely see. Like, oof. There we go. He's dead. And judging by the music as well, well, we are done. We are pretty much done with the shooting segment. Sweet. Yeah, Drake's running speed is normal. We are at the 16-minute mark. I think we are definitely not done with this part. We still got a few more things to go through. This segment right here, actually, I'm actually going to bring up another segment to where, well, in terms of the game picking a fight with you, I think this is probably, well, after this short little cutscene here, I'm probably gonna,
These aren't Spanish. They're English.
This is gonna be like the worst example of the game picking a fight with you.
Whoa.
So yeah.
Fletcher, we have gone to the Great Tower. I pray that you will meet us there. Wow.
Huh.
So you made it.
Well, obviously you get the treasure, of course. And this is definitely the worst example of the game picking a fight with you, because for no goddamn reason, a shotgun mook shows up. I guess they wanted to do it, I don't know, maybe they put that shotgun mook there just to like open the door and stuff. Just in case you don't, just to make sure that you don't miss the cutscene. But at the same time, it really could have been just a regular cutscene. Well, that should have automatically been played, just to help tell the story. You don't need to put that mook there. Again, I'm pretty sure later games refine this sort of thing, so you don't have to worry too much about, well, enemies picking a fight with you for no apparent reason. This part right here, we only have 3 mooks. That's one guy down, pumped him full of lead, just like that shotgun mook that I forgot to mention. Like all the blood coming out. There we go. He's dead. Unfortunately, though, we're gonna have to probably go through the shooting segment again because, as you know, platforming isn't that smooth. I already mentioned it before, and you're probably gonna see it later. Well, you're definitely gonna see it later down the road. Actually, I think right here, where I tried to. Okay, I definitely don't want to go that way, and I pretty much went that way anyway. That was dumb of me. Yeah, I thought I don't know. I thought there was like a little ledge I could grab on. That was definitely stupid. Run back. And there goes my cover. Thankfully, I managed to make it into cover before, make it behind cover before I got shot at again. And he's down. Yeah, there are times where I also get pretty damn lucky, although, well, Yeah, there are times where I do make it to cover just when I'm at a slither of health away. But later down the game, that's definitely not going to be the case. In fact, again, I die a lot in this game. So much so that I have to edit out the deaths to where here, I edit out the first death. Well, I show off the first death in a shooting segment, and then I just cut to when I actually to my successful attempt at beating the shooting segment.
Where'd she go?
It's crazy, and that, guys, trust me, I pressed the X button there. And I really should have just died right there anyway. Good thing there was a checkpoint though, so I didn't have to worry about going through the shooting segment again, which is so good indeed. Press circle to drop down to the lower ledge, analog stick it to the other ledge. Hit lather, rinse, repeat. And booyah, we made it. Although we still have more platforming to do. There was really no point for me to say that. Jump, crumbling ledge, react fast. This isn't all that hard. It just isn't. It just really isn't all that smooth. That's all. Anyhow, let's continue up these stairs. In a case like this, I kind of expect the chapter to end at this point. Like when I'm running up, like when I'm in these hallways or something, I'm usually there. I like that. Anyhow.
This must have been Drake's.
So anyhow, oh, enjoy the cutscene coming up.
So what were you looking for, huh?
Here comes, well, yeah, enjoy the cutscene.
Well now, that looks familiar. Huh. The ship's never left. Elena!
Hey, there she is.
Oh crap.
Yeah, by the way, you can't really kill those two mooks. It's impossible.
I know I'm not a big-time treasure hunter like you, but I doubt you're gonna find El Dorado in there. How'd you get yourself in this mess?
Trying to rescue you, as a matter of fact.
Oh, that's so sweet. Traditional sandstone, brick, and stucco. Limestone mortar, huh?
How'd you get to know so much about this?
My show, Episode 4, Architects of a New World. Yep, it'll just take a tug to pull these bars out.
What? No, wait, are you sure?
Get out of my way, puto! Hey, Batan, open this goddamn door!
Oh, crap.
Hey, Drake.
Eddie Raja. I should have guessed.
Fascinating document, huh? Seems like this Sir Francis was in my line of work.
Don't flatter yourself, Eddie.
Always ready to be enemies, eh? Tell you what, lead me to the gold, and I just might let you live.
Is that it? Is that my deal? Die now, or help you, and die later. Oh, it's a tough call, but you know what? I'll take die now.
Listen to me, maggot. I was promised treasure on this goddamn rock. And now, my men are dying. They can't even go outside to take a piss without an armed guard. And I have nothing to show for it! I am making you a fair offer. You help me find the treasure, and the last man alive gets the gold. And the girl, of course.
The girl? Oh, Eddie, the girl's long gone. She's probably off the island by now. Going for help.
Daikujin, you were never very good at poker. I will find her. Trust me. How much trouble could one girl be?
Well, come on!
Nice work.
Thanks.
Hey, buka pintu!
Hang on.
Hentikan mereka! After them!
That was Eddie Raja. I'm not sure. According to the Uncharted fan base, I'm not really sure if he's a fan favorite. But then again, he did make it on Watch Mojo's those top 10 Uncharted characters list, so I assume. Anyway, guys, that is it for part 6 of Uncharted Drake's Fortune. And the next time we meet in this Let's Play, we are going to be doing chapter 7, which is also part 7, but aka, part 7 is also known as the shortest part in this Let's Play. I'm not even kidding. Anyway, I'm GameMan5804, and see you all then. Oh my god.